The pressure is rising in the hypercar world. Mansory has just unveiled their heavily modified Koenigsegg Jesko, and the reaction from the automotive community isn't just mixed, it's explosive. Enthusiasts, engineers, and casual fans alike are asking the same uncomfortable question. Should one of the most technically advanced hypercars ever built have been touched at all? While independent builder Matt Armstrong is busy with his legendary Bugatti Chiron rebuild, another hypercar story has sent shockwaves through the community. Mansory, one of the world's most controversial luxury modification houses, has officially revealed their take on the Koenigsegg Jesko, and roughly half the automotive world believes they've completely ruined it. The other half? Let's just say their defense is complicated. Mansory, the German-based luxury modification brand known for its bold and often divisive body kits and interior transformations, has just presented its latest creation, the Spartan Mansory Koenigsegg Jesko. After months of speculation and teaser images, the car was finally unveiled as a one-off commission finished in a sandy beige inspired by the Arabian desert, paired with a striking turquoise interior. The visual contrast is dramatic, to say the least. The price tag is even more dramatic. This modified Jesko is listed at over $4 million, significantly higher than the standard Jesko, which already commands around $3 million before any customization. For that premium, Mansory has added a full suite of carbon fiber aero components, including a new front splitter, side skirts, rear diffuser, and additional wing elements, all finished in their signature aggressive styling. The centerpiece of the modification, however, isn't visual at all, it's acoustic. Mansory has fitted a specially engineered exhaust system that they claim produces an incomparable sound experience compared to the factory setup. Importantly, Mansory did not alter the powertrain. The standard Jesko's twin-turbocharged 5.0-liter V8 remains untouched, still producing its factory-rated 1,600 horsepower on E85 fuel. This is a purely aesthetic and acoustic transformation. No additional power. No revised suspension tuning. Just carbon fiber, new bodywork, and a louder exhaust. Whether that justifies a $1 million premium over the already staggering base price is, of course, a matter of perspective. Mansory has also launched a competition around the reveal, offering the winner the first ever Spartan Mansory Jesko, a $4 million hypercar, completely free. As a marketing strategy, it's undeniably clever. Controversy generates clicks, clicks generate entries, and a $4 million prize is the kind of headline that spreads itself. But back to the real question dividing the community: did Mansory make the Jesko better, or did they make it worse? The comment sections under Mansory's unveiling content tell a clear story. The backlash has been swift and severe. One commenter summed up the general mood with just 3 words: another one ruined. Not modified. Not altered. Ruined. That single word captures the frustration felt by a significant portion of the hypercar community, the sense that something precious has been diminished rather than elevated. Another commenter went further, arguing that Koenigsegg shouldn't allow a company like Mansory anywhere near their cars. That's a notable escalation. The criticism isn't just about this specific build. It's about the principle of Mansory modifying Koenigsegg's at all. A third voice described it as disrespect to the Jesko itself, which reveals just how seriously enthusiasts regard Koenigsegg's design philosophy. To them, the Jesko isn't just a car. It's a statement of purpose, precision, and engineering excellence, and modifying it for visual effect feels like a betrayal of that purpose. Perhaps the harshest comment directed at Mansory read, "You make every car you touch uglier. You design like a child and have no real taste." That's not a critique of a single decision. It's a wholesale rejection of Mansory's entire creative approach and a direct challenge to whether they should be in the hypercar modification business at all. Yet not everyone was critical. A minority of commenters appreciated what Mansory had done, with some simply noting that the car looked stunning. And that minority matters, because they represent exactly the customer Mansory is building for. Mansory has a very specific and very well-defined target market. Their primary buyers are ultra-wealthy collectors, predominantly based in the Gulf region, Dubai, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, where exclusivity and visual impact are often valued above engineering purity. In those markets, a standard Jesko, impressive as it is, carries one unavoidable limitation. Anyone with $3 million can buy one. A one-off Mansory Jesko for over $4 million? That's a different conversation entirely. That's a car nobody else on Earth owns in quite that form. Mansory isn't designing for Koenigsegg purists. They aren't trying to win approval from forums or YouTube comment sections. They're serving a niche of ultra-high net worth buyers who want something completely unique, regardless of whether the changes improve the underlying machine. For that specific customer, controversy doesn't reduce desirability, it increases it. The more people argue about the car, the more exclusive and talked about it becomes. Still, the criticism runs deeper than aesthetics, and it deserves to be taken seriously. Koenigsegg is widely regarded as one of the most innovative and meticulously engineered hypercar manufacturers in the world. Christian von Koenigsegg personally oversees engineering decisions on every vehicle that leaves the factory. The Jesko was specifically designed with one ultimate ambition: to break the 300 miles per hour barrier. Every surface, every curve, every component was shaped using advanced computational fluid dynamics. The active rear wing adjusts dynamically to deliver maximum downforce during cornering and minimum aerodynamic drag during top speed runs. The underbody generates significant downforce on its own. Even the door handles are optimized for airflow. When Mansory introduces new carbon aero components, a redesigned front splitter, modified side skirts, additional wing elements, those changes interact with aerodynamics that took years of development and testing to refine. The altered front splitter changes how air reaches the radiators. Modified side skirts affect underbody pressure. Additional wing elements can introduce turbulence in areas where the original design demanded smooth airflow. None of these changes go through the same rigorous computational and physical testing process that Koenigsegg employs. Mansory is, in effect, assuming that their additions don't negatively impact performance. For enthusiasts and engineers alike, that assumption feels like it misses the point of what makes the Jesko remarkable in the first place. This raises the uncomfortable question that everyone in the community is tiptoeing around. What does Christian von Koenigsegg actually think about this? Publicly, Koenigsegg has neither criticized Mansory nor made any effort to prevent the modification. Customers legally own their vehicles and have every right to modify them as they see fit. That's an established principle of vehicle ownership, and Koenigsegg cannot change it simply because they're unhappy with the result. But it's worth distinguishing between tolerance and approval. Christian von Koenigsegg is known for being fiercely protective of his brand's engineering integrity. He has spoken at length about the philosophy behind every design decision his company makes. It's genuinely difficult to imagine him looking at the Mansory Spartan Jesko and thinking it represents an improvement on what his team built. More likely, he tolerates the situation because the alternative, publicly condemning a customer's legal right to modify their own car, would create a far bigger problem. Legal tolerance is not the same as creative endorsement. It's also worth noting that there is no official partnership between Koenigsegg and Mansory. Mansory purchases completed cars on the open market and modifies them independently, without factory involvement, approval, or validation. The Koenigsegg name on the modified car remains because the underlying vehicle is still a Koenigsegg, but the finished product is entirely Mansory's responsibility. This isn't the first time Mansory has found itself at the center of this debate. They've faced nearly identical backlash for their modifications of Bugatti Veyrons, Ferrari SF90S, Lamborghini Urans, and McLaren 720s, among others. The pattern is consistent. Mansory takes an already exceptional, well-engineered car, applies aggressive visual changes, and watches as the community divides sharply between outrage and admiration. The outraged majority rarely buys these cars. The admiring minority often does. There's an interesting parallel worth drawing here with Matt Armstrong's Bugatti Chiron rebuild. Both stories involve independent work being done on hypercars without the blessing of the original manufacturer. Bugatti has actively resisted Matt's project by refusing to supply parts, forcing him to machine custom components and source alternatives. Koenigsegg likely isn't thrilled about Mansory's modifications, but has no mechanism to actively block them. Matt's changes focus on restoring and improving function, custom-machined brackets, properly engineered cooling systems, performance-oriented solutions. Mansory's changes prioritize visual drama over functional improvement. The community's contrasting reactions to the two projects are telling. Matt earns respect for proving capability against restriction, while Mansory earns criticism for being seen as compromising engineering integrity in pursuit of appearance. But both stories ultimately illustrate the same principle: owner freedom. Whether the modifications enhance the car or diminish it is, in the end, a matter of opinion. What isn't a matter of opinion is that the Koenigsegg Jesko was already one of the most extraordinary machines ever created, and the debate about whether it needed Mansory's help is only just getting started.